Hello, everyone. I don't know how many people are watching this, but hello, welcome to Primetime. Sorry for the delay. Banana Legion had a war that went a little over time. They had connection issues in their previous event, so they weren't able to finish in time for the 0-0 start that you guys are used to. So here we are, 5 minutes later. I'm the TheKoopaGuy, as you probably know by now, and I'm joined here today with Dragmire. Want to say hey?
Yeah, hello there, everyone. Welcome to the stream, and hopefully we get as many as possible later to join us on this journey through D2. Or is that just the title that says it? No, it is. Let's go.
Yes. Um, so yeah, it is D2. Week 3. It's Black Wolves versus Banana Legion. Lineups are on your screen currently. We're gonna have two perspectives to work with today. So we have Aplex and Zorro as our POVs. Lineups are Royal, Canoso, Aplex, Zeta, Troita, Ewan against Danny Pro, Kratos, Raul, Zorro, Moy, and Alex. I believe Zeta's getting subbed up for Hedgie. I think Royal mentioned that one, although I'm
We did
unsure.
we did hear some rumors about it, but they also said they may want to play them in race one because the issues were for Seda. So they may want
Yeah,
to try it, and we'll see
yeah.
if they need to switch or something.
We'll see. We'll see. Going into this, actually, interesting thing is this is Royal's first MKU week in at least like 3 months or something. I didn't think he played all of last season. So you
Oh,
know,
really?
yeah. If I recall, I think he mentioned that on stream at some point. But yeah, this will be his first time playing in a long time. So
Yeah,
should
that's
be
cool
interesting.
though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Royal has been around forever, so it's like cool to see people playing more. Maybe it's just not been able to play. I don't really know. Haven't talked to much lately. But yeah, cool to see people playing again.
Yeah. And a room is already starting. I'm unsure. There we go. So this would be the Japanese characters makes me think this is Aplex's POV.
Most
That
likely.
that makes sense to
Uh,
me. um,
it
but
seems like they have first and maybe not the greatest spots after that. Maybe 1-2.
mm,
So we see the twisted match and pick
yeah,
to counter that.
the classic TM. Will they dodge TM? That's the question. Will BL successfully dodge
Ah,
TM? It
that will
looks
not
like they
happen.
are. Looks like they
Oh,
are.
at the moment at least.
For now, although TM is not exactly a track that doesn't get picked very often. Um, Interesting thing about the current BW team, I think it's basically the exact same team as Euphoria Raw from a couple. This would have been like season 10, so about a year ago. Euphoria's second team, I think, is basically what Black Wolves 1 is. So if you guys were familiar with
Uh,
that team, it's about what you need to expect.
yeah,
Um,
that's what I've heard as well. And
mhm.
seems like some Spanish teams just sometimes they just go to a new team and it's fine.
Oh,
Like if things
oh
aren't
yeah,
work out, you just switch.
exactly.
But
Um,
we do see Con also in first and Apex trying to control with the red top. Oh, unfortunate.
and you
We
trailed
still see a
there.
top lead.
Yeah, and here we are with Zorro over here. There seems to be a minor delay between the streams, so it should be okay. Seems like most of mid pack is being controlled by BW, and I think BL is like 1-3 if you recall from Aplex's perspective. So I think it's basically like a top three, bottom three for BL, which on Toad Harbor is actually not that bad of a position to be in. This is a really strong running track. There's like one shortcut and it's way at the end, and it doesn't save that much time as far as I know compared to some other ones. So here's the blue shell coming out though, so we'll see who actually was in first. Canoso did actually get hit out, so it was no longer him up there. And the blue got broken, I think.
But we do
So
see BW controlling the mid spots very well right now.
yeah,
Not really getting contested, but there we go. A triple reds. Always like a game changer when it comes to stuff like that.
yeah. Just triple reds. You can't escape them in this game. You know, like MKU, you could dodge them if you wanted to, but
It's
fortunately,
really rough in this game.
yes, this game it's rough, and
And Aplex
they're
getting hit out of top position. Now we got
yeah.
BW in 2-3, potentially top
Oh,
3, and a shock.
this is an
Let
okay chain. I'm
It
not
seemed to
sure.
be a BL shock since
Yeah,
Aplex stopped, but maybe Aplex got the word that the shock was coming.
yeah, and you
As we
decide to
do
stop
see
it.
BW. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I can't. No one is on a unique combo this event. Seemingly, everyone's on Waluigi, so it's going to be really difficult for us to figure out where people are based on looking at minimap. Unfortunately, seems
We
like
do see a lot of BW back here though.
yeah,
I
BW
think
seems to
that's
have gotten quite a few bottom spots, but
yeah, it seems like a good
yeah,
top 2 though. That's a saving. That saves them. So
yeah,
pretty even race, honestly, overall.
yeah. Top two, bottom two. I mean, yeah, that's very even. I mean, it's kind of funny. I was gonna say, like, it seems like BW has a lot of bottom spots, but like there was also like I couldn't see where where the other BW members were, and I guess they were just chilling in top two. And that's a -4 race in BW's favor. So decent start.
Basically tied.
Mhm. Yeah. Also, if you guys are wondering the results before this, we don't know. I'm not sure. No results have been posted in D2. We might be able to know BL's result if Royal or someone like that puts it in chat, or if anyone was watching that stream from previous before this hour, maybe we could know. But otherwise, before this week, BL was 2-2 and BW was 1-0-3. So two teams that really need to turn the ship around, or else they're it's not gonna work for them to make playoffs. So this win is important for the both of them right now.
Yeah, getting to playoff is obviously like a goal for many teams in each division. So just having that in mind, this match is so important because like if you lose this one, it looks very rough, especially if you are like 1-5 or
Yeah.
like 1-4 or 1-5, then it's basically over.
Yeah, I mean, like if BW loses this, they might call it a season, which is unfortunate. And I just saw in chat Tulip mentioning that StarClan beat BW, so BW is actually 1-0-4, so it's even more crucial that they win this, so they have a small chance of maybe staying in it for the playoffs.
Yeah, they
So
need to start winning if they want to make the
yeah.
playoffs. We'll see if they can do this against BL. But we do see BL
Mhm.
stopping. Do we see are people going for shock or is it already in play?
I don't know. Sorry, blue. Blue, yeah,
Oh,
blue coming out, but that was an interesting sequence of events there. I'm unsure what Zorro was going for there with his shroom. I feel like he should have just held his shroom, or there maybe Danny Pro couldn't back out in time. There's also a possibility. Unfortunate triple greening his teammates there, and I think
I
he
do
just
think Zorro just wanted the space, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
they saw the blue come in, they didn't have time to get into position, so they were just like, hey, let me just shroom up, get some space, and you block with the blue or something like that. But it didn't work out.
Yeah, I think Zorro has hit 3 BW members with his greens so far, which is really unfortunate. So we're gonna just move over back to Aplex here with a ghost in 6. This is actually quite good. So he's even using it a little
Using
early. So
early.
yeah, no invincibility, although getting triple reds is pretty cracked. But Zeta's right ahead, so he can't use those, and he loses a spot because of that. So
As we do
um,
see Zorro finishing in 9th, and
very good race for
oh,
BL.
that's a very good
Mhm.
BL race indeed. Gonna be hard to come back from. Also, we do need updated scores on the top of the stream, so we'll see if we can get that fixed. Sorry, chat.
Apparently, the problem is it was top 2, 4, 5, 9, 12, I think, if I recall
Something like
correctly.
that. The
8,
bottom
12.
spot.
Okay, never mind. 8, 12. But so apparently the bot, or we have a program on stream. If you guys don't know, stream hosts use this program that basically updates the scores on stream with OBS. It's something NATO developed. Um, And unfortunately, Miles, our stream host, is having some trouble with it. So we're going to read you guys the scores so you guys know the scores. Right now, BL is up 14 after 2 races. So they just won the race by 18. You guys posted
that
scores.
was a big race, and they also get the Wario Stadium pick. Like, I didn't see the track picks, but I'm fairly sure BL was the ones picking this track.
Yeah, I mean, if you pick this for bottom 4, it is very much a Chad move. But like,
Oh, for sure, that's super Chad.
Like telling the other team, yeah, I know you're starting in top 2, 4, 5, but we can definitely beat you guys on this. Like that to me screams something. I think I would be alright.
That's some next level stuff. See me in 2023. Or hopefully I'm MK9 by then. And we do see Zorro hitting some PL member. So this is looking already pretty good for BW. We see them in 3, 4, 5. Honestly, not bad. I'm not so sure about if that was a good thing, but I assume there still is like a top 2 for BL. But if BW can pull some reds here, can definitely do some damage. Oh, what was that red? And I don't really understand what happened there, KoopaGuy.
Yeah, no, I didn't either because I was not looking at stream. My apologies. Is this top 2 for BL? Yes, it is. Okay,
Yes,
so
it
BL...
is. But BW has every spot behind, so they really need to be careful for reds. And also the shock. A shock now for...
Aplex don't...
No!
That's really... If what you said is true, that BW is all behind that, that was terrible for him.
This
And
is gonna be an Apex getting hit out of first for sure. As we do see Dash in effect. And Zorro dodging the blue? Or was it blue go for somewhere else?
Maybe blue split on screens, who knows, but that trail was really bad for BL there. I don't know.
And someone else in 2-3 for BL, right? So maybe this isn't that
yeah.
bad. I was assuming it would have be so much worse, but
yeah. Still though, first for BW, that's really good. I think they got 1-3 there.
1-3, I did.
Yeah, 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bottom 3 for BL.
Yeah, that's solid for BW. Considering the starting spots and the fact they didn't have shock, they couldn't really ask for much more on Wario Stadium, I think.
They couldn't ask for much more than Aplex blatantly outlining his own teammate while he had a trail out, which is, kids, this is why we don't line spam when you're in top 2. I'm not sure, Okay, so apparently the explanation has been posted in chat that Ewan was wanting Aplex to pass so that Aplex could have a horn in first behind a green. That didn't work out, obviously, as we saw, and I'm not sure if it would have worked out in the first place. So, unfortunate wrong decision there, and that was a plus 12 race for BW. So now BL is only up 2 after 3. After having a decent lead after 2, so.
And you love to see it happens as a neutral viewer, like plus 2, that's nothing.
It's like, let's go, it's tied. And if you're a gambling person, you hate it as well, because if you gambled on BL, you're like, no, stop.
Yeah, I use all my money on gambling on Mario Kart. That's everything.
Yeah. Zorro is going to be able to keep first here. For the rest of the race, he just got the 3 coins there, and there's no one near him. So we're going to switch over to Aplex here. Lots of BW up here. Ewan and Aplex here to challenge the top spot. Oh, and Royal as well. Zorro's going to have to watch out. 2, 3, 4 for BL, so it's pretty bad. Although this red Kratos has is going to knock Aplex out guaranteed here. Instead, he's just going to shroom into Zorro's trail. It was
unfortunate for Aplex, but was doomed either way, most likely, so may as well get some coins and chill for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, he could have... I guess getting hit by a Nana isn't as bad as getting redded, but the thing is there is that he got hit by a Nana and just had a different teammate get redded. So, it's like, if him individually, it changed nothing, but for the overall team, it was pretty bad. And I think lots of BL back here, so I do believe that BW is probably in like a top 3, 6 or something, because Danny Pro's right here with triple greens. These are going to be brutal. Yeah, hitting out you in there, and
Oh,
I
they're
don't think.
huge.
Oh,
And
oh,
the
that
back hit
hit
two
two
people.
people. Yeah.
And we do see Zorro in third, so I assume you are right. This is a top 3 for BW, I'm fairly sure. Yep, we
Top
do see
4
Alex
even.
BW. So, are BL gonna be able to come back from this? That's,
Well,
Oh, the promo plant action?
it's like Moy had a shroom to recover, so it didn't really matter.
Ooh,
What?
the
That
Tama
banana
though.
hit Moya, although it should still be a top 3 for BL. Although he also had a shroom, so it actually should still be top 4.
Yeah, it seems like a top 4
Yeah.
still, from what I can see on the rear view.
If there's
Do
no
we see the
shock in
pop?
last or activate shock,
Oh, that'd be so huge for BL, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen.
no,
And we get a free
nothing.
top 4 for... Oh, there it is, but a bit too late. Or maybe that was a BW shock. That'd be so Chad.
I don't know, but that would definitely was, if that was a BL shock, that would definitely was too little too late, because BW just got a massive race.
Oh,
Well, not as big as it could have been, but still, top 2, 5, 6, 9, 10 is a very good race for BW there, continuing to
seems
pile
like
on
the shock,
for...
seems like the shock helped a bit though, so that's good at least for BL.
Mhm. Yes, and right now, BW is in the lead for... well, I guess this is the second time. They won
Yep.
race 1, so I was going to say for the first time this war, but no, this is actually the second time they won. They're up 14 now after 4. The BW, good to not let that DAC race get to their head. And yeah, Chaz been in chat saying that the reason Moy got hit there is so that is to ensure that the top spots stay close enough to bottom spots so they're not at range to shock. I mean, that's some big brain stuff from like the year 2030. Like if we're still playing this game, that people are going to start playing with the distance of shock and purposefully dropping from first so that shock doesn't get pulled, which would be really funny to start seeing. But
That's definitely not for this year, I hope. Like, I've definitely fallen way too far behind if that's the case this year.
yeah. And Dylan in chat posting some results from D2. So important ones for us to mention are StarClan 1 beating BW, which we mentioned earlier. And otherwise, BL's result, we still don't know it, but who knows?
Yeah, all we know is they played overtime.
Yeah. So they played way longer than they should have because of room crashing and just constant DC. So,
No
classic.
box for Aplex, but it doesn't really matter too much. Like, the more important thing is just not getting hit there. Get some rupees, I guess. What's the point?
Oh, we're gonna cut away from Aplex there. Swapping to POVs quite often. Okay, we're back on a stable list. So it looks like BW was able to keep mostly top spots, although Royal able to sneak into a fairly high position, getting trailed there by Alex, though, and now BW is in a solid top 2, top 3 even. So it should be set for the rest of the race, barring a shock. This track is a very good running track, so even if like one BL member gets in here, if that BL member, so Troyd is here, but yeah, getting trailed, so it's pointless.
Yeah, it was a good trail by BW as well, because that rig could definitely have done some damage, and maybe even if they had let the player stay in the top, it could be very bad very fast, considering reds. Oh, the bell. That means the shock could happen.
A possibility. I mean, they have to go for shock because I think BW is in top 4, although that's Moy in last, so Moy might actually just get the shock and ruin BL's careers by just using the shock and chaining. So Aplex going into a ghost here, stealing triple shrooms, and then using a build. No shock in play for BL because I don't think Zeta was at range for it. I didn't see if he had it in his hand, so this should be a set done race for BW because as I've mentioned in the past on other casts, last set doesn't exist on Hyrule Circuit, so
for sure not. Like, why would you ever go there? It's so wide.
It's so wide, and you lose so much time. Although,
there's a shock, but does it help?
No one dodged. I think I'm not 100% sure on that. But it looks like BL got bottom 2. BL did get 2-3 though. We saw that on Zorro's POV.
Oh, 245 for BL.
Oh,
So that's
4-5.
light. It was a pretty even race.
Yeah, pretty even race. It seems like a neutral shock. BL was able to just penetrate top spots on their own without the need for a shock, it seems, but they weren't able to get first out, so that makes it so BW was still able to win the race by 6.
Yeah, so like small win for BW, but it's still only a plus 20 difference for BW,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're almost halfway. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
This is the biggest gap we've had all war so far.
True, actually, yeah. Finally at 20 as a
Yeah.
difference. So that's actually insane, because normally, like, well, I guess normally wars, I guess, are this close, but kind of interesting, yeah. So race 5, 20-point difference. BL just can't let the difference get to their head, you know. They can't think about the fact that they got Danny Pro'd that race. They need to focus on this race here and hopefully bring it back, you know.
But we will see. Like I definitely believe BL are able to make a small comeback race and make it so 20 is the biggest difference. Imagine if the whole war went like that. It'd be crazy.
Just constantly within plus 20 or minus 20 for BL. I think BL would be way too stressed for something like that, because I think BL, this win here is crucial for their playoff ambitions, and they would much rather it be. I think Royal said this on cast yesterday. He wants it to be a complete blowout, but it seems like that's not going to be happening. So
Yeah, and having the DCU issues as well, it definitely kind of gets to your head a bit. So you gotta be careful about that.
yeah,
Do we
Zorro with
see
these.
the hit, though?
Yeah, Zorro with triple shrimps in 4th is really good. Danny Pro with these greens in 3rd. I don't know who's in top 2.
Did you
Raul
see
was there.
Raul?
It looks like 2, 3, 4, 5 at least, possibly top 5 if that's BW in 1st, but I have a feeling that's a BL member. Holding the
Can't
fort there.
forget.
We'll see how that works. Sure, that
It
is
is.
Ewan in 1st. Ooh,
And
clean
backing as
backpack.
well. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, well, Ewan does have to risk the back spams here, because they're the ones that are down. They can't do like BW and just, hold first and say like, oh, we can take a small L here, you know? Like, they
Still
have
red
to...
passing.
Yeah, passing
Ooh,
that...
ooh.
Oh,
Didn't change
looks-
much though. It seems like first hand protection.
Ooh,
As
yeah,
it used
and...
to will be.
But Aplex back here, some BW members, that's a Bill. Bill indicates a shock possibly in play. I don't know. I think BL is actually in a really good spot. Good God. That's really stressful. I can't believe he spammed his ghost there. Like, he literally spammed. He didn't react to a red, so that's kind of crazy how he was able to get that. Triple reds in 5th. This could be good if that's a BW member ahead of him, and it is not.
It is a team kill, it seems like. Unfortunately. But you do see BL in 2-3-4, which is really
BL's top
good.
4. BL's getting top 4 here.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's
And
the
there's
race
the
that BL
comeback
needed.
race. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Possibly.
Ooh.
Yeah. Top 4, 10, 12. So I think that's a plus 20 race. So I think we're tied. I think.
Tied at half?
Yeah, tied at half. Oh, down 2, actually.
Oh no, you lied to me. How could you?
Yeah. How could I? Sorry, I think I always get confused with top 5 last is 28 and top 4 bottom 2 is plus 16, not plus 18. I think that's why I was confused there. But yeah, so -2 now for BL, so it's very close. And yes, okay, I'm going to explain this now that we're at halfway. Scores are not working right now. Miles is having troubles with the program that we use to update the scores on stream for you guys. So we're just going to be verbally saying the scores after every race. So right now, BW is up 2 points after 6 races. It's 245 to 247 if you want the exact points. So, yes. So we're going to go do it at reloj tic-tac. However the hell you pronounce that with an H on the end. Like, what kind of word has that?
The tic-tacs are good, right?
Yeah, tic-tacs are good unless they're an actual clock, and then I'd imagine eating metal parts isn't very tasty. But
Can't knock it until you tried.
true. And just go on My Strange Addiction, the TV show for eating clock parts. It's my key to fame. Aplex able to sneak his way into first, unless he was already in first. Maybe I missed that, but seems to be the only one who was in BL. There's Royal back there behind him, although BW was able to sneak into 3-4. So BL able to hold on to some top spots after the clock hand thing, and here they should be able to as well. Royal got hit out. So Zorro's in second with 2 reds. Oh, this is really close here. He should be able to double red Aplex out. Although
there. Yeah, depends. I think there's a good decision by Zorro to keep that red. Oh, the bomb in first though. That's huge. And now BL has like top 3.
Yeah. One bomb just completely flipped the script, and now Zorro getting redded, so Zorro's in a really bad spot. Triple Green's in 9th, and his teammates are ahead of him, so Aplex another bomb in first. But this is no matter because BL is behind him, as far as I know, unless something has happened that like...
He tries to go for a super low track, but misses it, unfortunately. That's always nice to see.
Yeah, and puts a bomb in the middle of the track, which I thought was odd. I thought BL was all behind him. I might be wrong, though. Unsure. He seems to be chaining items a lot and placing them on item sets, which to me makes me say that BW is in second. But I don't know.
It does seem like it, for sure.
But which BW member would it be? That's a star coming out for Zorro. No chain, though, is really bad, especially on that side, because that's it. You can get some busted stuff to try and hit out the BL members here. So not going to be able to do anything to try and catch up. And I think BL just got another huge race, and that's the script flipped, you know?
It does seem like it, but BW got first.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
Just completely missed BW sneaking into first there. I mean, I did say they were second. I just missed Aplex on the minimap getting hit, I guess. Very good. So yeah, now BW is now up 10. That was a +8 race for BW there. That's very good because starting on top 4 on TikTok is normally a very secure position. So I'm shocked that BW was able to make their way to a winning race there, especially with that bomb from Aplex. Like, that should have spelled disaster. I'm not sure what happened after that, but
yeah. What happened before the bomb? Because Aplex throwing back the bomb meant that BW were most likely second, and they had top 3. It seemed like. So what happened? I'm genuinely interested in knowing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it just seems very very interesting. That happened. I'm assuming a BW member must have pulled, because BW was like right behind, and it was like lap 2 and was very close. So maybe a BW member got triple greens. Like Alex got triple greens, was able to hit one BL member out, and top 2 isn't really that secure as like a position to hold. So I'm assuming that's what happened there. And Aplex immediately getting a trail off, going to be keeping first at least for a little bit. It is ice though, so positions are very much prone to change, especially at this section here, and we actually do see it. Aplex is chilling in 8th place now, so unsure what the makeup of spots and top are.
But really hard to tell because we don't have any of the streamers in the front right now. We have them both in the pack, so we get to see some exciting pack play where people get hit all the time, and you try to be the one not getting hit.
Yeah, Aplex trailing Zorro there. Zorro here in 8th, gonna have to avoid those greens and just switching over to the yellow path to do that.
Ooh, how did that bomb hit? That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure bomb hitboxes are only on the road and slightly within, if that makes sense. Because I've done that before. It's on, like on ED, you can get bombed from the other path, or the explosion goes on the other path. But the thing is like if it explodes on like the green path and then the explosion kind of goes on pink, you don't actually get hit on pink path.
I've always wondered that. I've just like never challenged it because that seems risky to me.
Well, I happened to be in an event, in a lounge event one time, and I was like, oh, look at that. I actually kept my spot. So, okay, Zorro getting in.
That trail was so unfortunate. Like, why?
Yeah. Lots of BL back here, or BL, sorry, BW. both teams start with a B. I'm just confused. I think BL is in a really good spot though, so unless a BW member's in like first or something, this could be the race that BL needed for the top spot. Now that's an 8th place set if I've ever seen one. Triple reds to a star. Aplex back here has a bill. We'll see if he's able to gain many spots in line. He seems to have been able to. What?
Oh,
okay.
Snuck into 6th.
Snuck into 6th there, and yes, that is the big race that BL needed. Bottom
That's
4 for
gonna
BW.
be so rough for BW. Now they're down a lot again, or as much as a lot is in this war.
And with that, BL is now up 22 after 2 GPs. So they just completely changed the course of the war now. Now they have the momentum. Going to this, they have a huge race to build off of. So if they're able to get their track pick here, could spell disaster. Going DK Jungle for top 3 is an interesting choice. That's interesting. Maybe
terrible. If you have good synergy, it's totally fine. But it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, maybe Danny Pro has 4th because there is one BW member in 4th, and I think that is Danny Pro. So because Danny Pro is the inward biker, as you guys may or may not know, inward bikers cannot do super bounces. So that could be why they picked it. But no matter, we're going desert. So we're gonna be starting off GP3 with a clean desert, and it wasn't Danny Pro. So
sure. So how many runners?
4. That's 4? My prediction. Yeah, 2 on each.
I'll say 5.
You're gonna say 5? 3, 2?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be crazy.
Damn. So here is Aplex bagging, and Zorro I think is also bagging, but he seems to be just going for dodges instead of the stick. So yeah, most of the rooms he's bagging, although the pack is quite close considering normally bagging like the runners are much further ahead. And I think you are correct, that is 5 runners. I'm just wondering about the last Waluigi in 6th there. It's an interesting makeup of the pack. Seems to be like no one's really hard bagging. Oh my gosh!
Triple green and blue.
That was brutal.
I'm there.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah. Not getting a chain there after his golden is unfortunate because you can take the golden shot with nothing after, but it looks like Zorro's just actually not going to do it. We see him ahead there, and a shock.
First rock happens. Will there be another one? I think
unsure. So. Yeah, and I don't know who used that shot because no one dodged. It was whoever was in last. So if we remember who that was in last, I think it was a BW member.
I think it was a BW shot because we definitely saw it happening right after Aplex's bill ended. Did you see this golden? If you can get a solid second item for the golden, this is really
box.
Good. A star would be even better. Even better.
Yeah, a star with benefits. So this is really good here for Aplex. If he's able to bring this up to a really high spot, he'll be gaming. Unfortunately, not able to use his stuff immediately to try to just get to his star quickly because Royal's right ahead of him. Zorro's going to be filling up here.
Wow.
I'm surprised his second shock has not been used yet, considering this is desert. He's going to drop right into that ball.
That's so unfortunate for Zorro.
And he panic shroom there, so now he only has 1 shroom instead of 2. But I don't think it'll matter too much.
And Aplex getting in the line! Oh no.
Oh, that sucked. 2-3-4 for BL or BW at least. 2-3-4 9 bottom 2. So I think that's a close race. Maybe even a
likely winning for BL, I think.
Yeah. So I think the bottom 2 makes it so that 2-3-4 is not enough to win. Let's see. 2-3-4 is what? 29 plus 3, so 30. Yeah, that should be like a plus 6 or something. Exactly, plus 6 for BL. So BL is now up 28 with 9 races. Or with 3 races to go, rather, not 9 races to go. My bad. My
18
apologies.
races MKU? Cap?
And 18 races. Let's do 32 race MKU finals best of 3 or 48 race best of 3s. Can you imagine? That'd be insane.
That'd be crazy. But
how many GPs in a row would that be? Like, hang on. That's four. That's
too
like
many.
4 wars. That's
Too
like
many.
4 wars 3 times potentially. Anyway,
So we
ED
do
coming up.
have BL up 28 at the moment, so not impossible for VW to come back from.
Oh
Definitely
yeah.
doable, but they
Oh
need the
yeah.
race, this race or next race, basically.
Yes, and yeah, I mean, yeah, of course they need this race to go into their favor. Of course, for BL, what BL wants is to get a +10 here because that'll really put the pressure on BW to bring it back. I hope it's close. I hope it goes down to last race. I really don't want to see a blowout for the next GP. But we'll see how it goes. Early on, I don't really see any team really taking up to an advantage. There's a few BW members up in top spots, although one just got trailed out. I think Danny Pro's the last remaining vestige of hope for BW in top spots, and everyone's going to be taking cut. So we'll see what happens. This Nana from Aplex could be dangerous because a lot of BL's next to him. He just trailed Canoso off the glider, and now Alex is in first. And Aplex with no item, and he just immediately gets redded, so that's BW up in top 2 or top 3 potentially. I didn't notice.
Yeah, so this seems to be a good start for BW. You can't really ask for much more, but we do see the boomerang, but still the top 3. Do we see? Oh, that was not a red. I just thought I saw a red in the item thingy.
Zorro on 1 coin in second is really bad. He desperately needs some coins, but unfortunately, because of his position in second, he can't go wide.
Points. Oh no!
He's down horrendous right now. Redding his team. Oh my gosh! Okay, Zorro is now all the way in a bad spot here. Alex is the only person in top spots for
Zorro
BW
needs to
right
stop
now.
missing points.
Yeah,
Hit the coins, man! Oh, you got one. Let's go.
he got 1 coin. He's on 2, almost getting green there by Troida, but luckily able to hold on to that. Those reds going on for someone from Aplex, hitting someone actually. He was, yeah, he redded his own teammate though, which was an interesting move. This boomerang, I'm unsure what he's gonna do with it. Probably, yeah, just throw. Oh,
Did I get royal?
yeah, it did.
Oh no!
I don't think it matters too much. I think BL did still get 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially. But that could have been much better. Yeah, Royal getting 11th there. That could have been 2 through 6 actually for BL there if Aplex had been a little less trigger happy on getting rid of his boomerang. Jeez. But very good race for BL.
Wanna take the cut, of course, so can happen, sadly.
Yeah, and that was the +10 race I was talking about. So now BL is up 42 with 2 left. So all BL has to do here is win the race, and they win the war. So, or even losing the race by less than 10, honestly, should be enough because winning a race by over 30, I mean, it happens, but goodness.
It's rare, especially on this level.
Yeah, this level and the teams being so close, it's kind of hard to start winning races by that.
But hit me off, chat. Press 1. Let's do some interaction. Press 1 if you think BW will keep it within 40 for race 12. I will see if there's any ones in chat.
Yeah, do you think BW will be guaranteed to lose or not? If not, press 1.
Personally, I have a feeling BL has this under control now and will be up by over 40 after this race, but we'll see.
I think BL is going to be up in the mid to high 20s after this race. That's my prediction. But they'll still win anyway. Like they'll be up like 26 or something. Like BW will get a really good race, but that won't really be enough to get it into a range where they can like easily win. Well, easily win. You get the point. Like it's not at a range where like they can have like just a good race to win. You know, like they'll need a massive race after this one, on top of this race. So, BW in first. Alex was able to keep his spot, so it's interesting. Although not getting hit there, and I think hitting Moy. At least Aplex didn't hit his own teammate there. 2-3 for BL, and Oh,
Oh, Aplex going off the track. Unfortunate, but good spot for a shock. For maybe the next
uh,
set.
yeah, maybe. Quite a few BL members back here, although this is actually Zorro's POV, so... Well, actually, Aplex is right there. So, lots of BL back here. Zorro in last. Unsure if... Seems like Zorro is actually opting to go for shock. Gonna be... I actually did not know you could bag on that set. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's new tech for me. That's very cool.
Yeah, today I learned. Thanks, Zorro. I'm gonna be doing that at some point. CV opts to bag on this one as well. I'm not sure if he's going for shock to prevent Aplex from getting the shock, or to like cancel Aplex's potential shock, or if Aplex is doing that to Zorro. And both our POVs are back here, so we have no idea what's going on. Someone got bombed.
Someone got bombed.
Don't know who it was because it's just a bunch of Waluigi's. So,
All we know.
So yeah, Aplex is a little closer to pack compared to Zorro. Let's see if Zorro gets anything. A Bill here.
Unfortunate for Zorro. You definitely don't want to see the Bill in that position.
And there's a lot of BW back here, so I think you might be right that BL is going to be up by over 40 going into this last race, because unless BW is top 3, which is technically possible, we haven't seen any other BW members other than the ones that we've seen on screen, so... Well, that's Moy, though, so no. Yeah, this is a really big race for BL here, unless something crazy happens right at the end. Yeah, okay, BL wins. Look at that. GG's.
That secures it.
Yeah.
GG's. We still have one more race to show off, but yeah, good stuff to BL winning and keeping the dream of the playoffs in check.
Yeah, and GG's to BW. I think that is basically not 100% guaranteed, but kind of curtains on BW's chances of getting playoffs, because D2 is very close, and the fact that they're one of the few teams that's like has only one win is really bad for them. So,
but never say never. You can definitely go 5-5 after being down 1-5. So
yeah, I mean, if they win 4 in a row, then that'll just make D1 or D2 rather even closer than it already was. So.
And we've definitely seen Black Wolves showing that they can definitely hang on this level. Like they haven't been blown out or anything. So yeah, I'm interested to follow them for the left.
Zorro.
Yeah.
Zorro switching to inward for the inward track. What a Chad. Let's see how this works out for him. Double inwards on Toad's Turnpike is kind of cracked because this is obviously the quintessential inward biker track that anyone who's ever played a team with inward players will know that this is a track they like picking, only because they can take those turns really, really tight without really having to worry about like accidentally hitting the wall and then getting bumped into a car or anything. So, and that seems to have worked out exactly as planned for Zorro. Zorro is in first now, with Daddy Pro right behind him, so the two inwards immediately sneaking into top spots, and we'll see if this works out for the rest of the race.
Yeah, this is known as a good inward track for a reason. I'm a bit surprised Zorro didn't chain his banana to have the coin in first spot. Yeah, but still, like, why wouldn't you go for a horn or something?
I don't know. Well, now he's getting redded, so...
And now he's getting blued.
Yeah. I'm going to be on the cart, although not actually, because the car continues moving. So now he's back in that. BW is still top 2, though. In fact, top 3, with Zorro only losing spots to his teammates. Almost getting hit by a truck there, but luckily able to sneak out of his way. Getting greened by Canoso there, though, unfortunately. And lots of BL coming up. BW is still top 2, 6-7, though.
Yeah, but they definitely want a bigger race at the end, just to be like, hey, we definitely give it a good shot.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Keep it within 40, you know, try to show that it was close. This plant immediately going to use it because it's just BL around him. Try and not hit Kratos, but doesn't really hit anyone. A star in 5th for Aplex? Is that what I just saw? Goodness.
Happened.
Yeah, Zorro sneaking in. Aplex here in a star with just a red reading Zorro out there. So BW was able to keep top 2 for the race, and there's a shock right at the end that I don't think is going to do much of anything. And GG's again to BL for winning. Oh, Aplex turned off the stream. We won't be seeing the final results. So we're going to flip over to Zorro, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, he's changing his name.
Oh,
what's it
I'm
going to be?
excited.
GG. Nice.
Aw,
GG's Proton.
Proton.
I'm not 100% sure what that means. I'm assuming it's a reference to Troita. So we're not going to see the final results, unfortunately. We didn't even get to see the race. But okay, we actually do have the race from Miles, and it was a +4 race for BL. So BL winning the war by 54. So solid win for BL. And if BL went 2-0 this week, then that's a really good week for them. They're 4-0-2 with that.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. Like you don't need more to have playoff potential. So that's cool.
At worst, they're 3-0-3, I think. But yeah, and GG's Anoso. That's a GG's to Canoso. How nice of him. Is he going to run through the entire BL lineup or just the Spanish speakers? Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, that should be it for the cast. I don't think we have any announcements to make unless I missed something in media staff check.
I don't think we do, Koopa. I don't think we do.
So yeah. Thank you everyone for watching despite our technical difficulties with the score sheet. Hopefully the cast was still enjoyable just because even though the numbers at the screen were 0-0 instead of the actual scores. But yeah, I enjoyed casting with you, Drag.
Oh yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, and thank you to Miles again for stream hosting. So yeah, see you guys. I don't think there's anything else to say.
See ya.